Welcome to episode 206 of the Hurricane Mike Show. Where today, this is the first Hurricane Mike Show that we know who is going to play each game, where each game's going to be played. But Dad, now we're going to go from weeks 1 to week 18 for everybody. However, before we get started, we have to throw our dig. In week 4, right? The Saints wanted Roger Goodell, and Roger Goodell obviously agreed. Saints wanted Roger Goodell to schedule the Week 4 game to be on Monday night, right? Because 20-year anniversary of the Dome coming. I don't know if you. Well, I think I ended up telling you about this, but some team up in Atlanta did not want that game to be on Monday night. Because why, Dad?
Because Atlanta Falcons suck. That's all it is to it.
Man, because they're scared of what's going to happen when they walk into the Superdome that night. Because they know someone's going to die. And it ain't going to be us. All right. But anyways, let's start it off with week 1. Let's see if we like how the games are. Because obviously, this could change, with, teams being better than what we thought or teams being worse than what we thought. But with a blind eye, let's see if we like these matchups, the primetime matchups, the non-primetime matchups. Let's see how they are. So starting week 1 on Wednesday Night Football. This is the first time I think ever that they're starting the season on Wednesday. But week 1, the Patriots will be at the Seattle Seahawks for a Super Bowl rematch. The Seahawks, holding up the banner, or getting the Super Bowl banner up in there, being the Super Bowl winner. And then Thursday Night Football, we got the San Francisco 49ers at the Los Angeles Rams. So it's actually going to be in Australia. And then the Sunday at the 12 o'clock slate, you got the Buccaneers at the Bengals, Saints at the Lions, Jets at the Titans, Ravens at the Colts, Falcons at the Steelers, Bears at Panthers, Browns at Jaguars, Bills at Texans. The 325 slot, you got Dolphins at Raiders, Packers at Vikings, Commanders at Eagles, Cardinals at Chargers. And then Sunday Night Football, you got Cowboys at Giants, and Monday Night Football, Broncos at Chiefs. Dad, how do you feel about that week 1 slate?
Well, like you said, since we don't know how good the teams are going to be, it's, everything right now is just speculation. I mean, they go to try to put the best matchups together according to what they did last year. So, I mean, just by looking at that, it's some strong matchups there.
Yeah, the only thing that concerns me is they put the Broncos Chiefs on Monday night, okay? Which, I understand, AFC West, both teams should be good this year. What if Patrick Mahomes is not playing? What if Mahomes is still dealing with the torn ACL? Are you really going to want to watch a Bo Nix versus Justin Fields Monday Night Football game? Yeah, and the Patriots.
Something to laugh at,
Yeah, you're right there, I guess. But, this is prime time we're talking about. But yeah, Patriots, Seahawks, I think, to start the season. I understand it's a Super Bowl rematch, but, I just don't like that the Patriots. The Super Bowl sucked last year, and, you're going to put that back on our television to start the year. Yeah, but overall, most of these games that are at the 12 o'clock slot, I could have saw being in prime time, like Bills Texans. I thought that should have been, considered for a prime time matchup. Like Saints Lions. I know I might be a little biased, but even I thought that should been like a Thursday night game in my opinion. But but overall, some of the games, could have been better. Week 2. Let's see how the NFL thinks week 2 is going to go. Thursday Night Football, you have the Detroit Lions at the Buffalo Bills on Thursday night. The Sunday slate at 12 o'clock, Panthers at Falcons, the Vikings at Bears, the Eagles at Titans, Steelers at Patriots, the Packers at the Jets, Browns at the Buccaneers, Saints at the Ravens, Bengals at the Texans. And then the 305 slot, you got the Jaguars at the Broncos, Raiders at the Chargers. The 325 slot, you got the Commanders at the Cowboys, Seahawks at the Cardinals, and then the Dolphins at the 49ers. And then Sunday Night Football, you got the Colts at Chiefs, and then Monday Night Football, you got Giants at the Rams. How do you feel about the Week 2 slate?
Yeah, those last 2 primetime games, I think they could have done better. The Giants, what was the Sunday night game?
Sunday night was Colts at Chiefs.
Yeah, I mean, like you said, this is the second week in a row that the Chiefs are in prime time, and they might not have Patrick Mahomes. So, unless they know something we don't know.
That's what I was about to say.
Maybe they know, his ankle's gonna be fine, or his ACL is gonna be fine, whatever. And we just don't know that yet.
Yeah, but even if his ankle is fine, how do you know Mahomes is going to be 100% going into these games? Because
it might take a few weeks to be 100%.
Exactly. Exactly. Like prime time is supposed to be for the best of the best games, and if your best player isn't even the best of his best self, Giants Rams. I understand why they put it on Monday night because Jackson Dart has all this hype around him. Old versus new going up against Matthew Stafford. But, dude, you could have did better than that. Jaguars-Broncos. Jaguars-Broncos could have been an excellent Monday night game. Jaguars-Broncos. Bengals-Texans even. I would have loved to see Bengals-Texans game. Those are, the only two games I probably would have replaced it with. But, I just think, I've seen worse games played on Monday night, but I think it was a third option behind the two games I just mentioned. But yeah. All right, going to week 3. The Thursday night game is going to be Falcons at Packers. The Sunday slate at 12 o'clock, you got Chargers at Bills, Panthers at Browns, Jets at Lions, Texans at Colts, the Chiefs at Dolphins, Titans at Jets, the Bengals at the Steelers, Seahawks at Commanders, and Patriots at Jaguars. And then the 305 slot, you got Cardinals at 49ers, Vikings at Buccaneers, and the 325 slot, Ravens at Cowboys. Well, no, the Ravens-Cowboys game is actually going to be in Rio, which I think, is in Brazil. So, yeah, the Ravens-Cowboys game at 325 is going to be in Brazil, which is kind of weird because usually the international games be early in the morning, but this Brazil's game's at 325. So, but yeah, also in 325 you got Raiders at Saints, and then Sunday Night Football, Rams at Broncos, and Monday Night Football, Eagles at Bears. So, how do you feel about the Week 3 slate?
They actually have, the last two games of the weekend. They finally got, some two strong matchups. But if you want a snooze fest, if you want to take a nice long nap, you probably want to check out that Titans and Giants game. If you really want to go to sleep, Sunday afternoon nap, take a gander at that one, because I think they're going to be probably one of the two worst teams in the league this year. So that's what I'm going to be looking for. I'm going to be looking to take that nap right there.
Yeah, man. I think the Giants. I don't know how to feel about either team, to be honest with you. The Giants, I'm sorry. This might, because a lot of people are guzzling the John Harbaugh Kool-Aid. John Harbaugh couldn't even make the playoffs last year with Lamar Jackson. And I understand Lamar got hurt. But even when Lamar was not hurt, they were 1-2. And then he got hurt. And then they lost week 18. If he's going to win anything with Lamar Jackson, what makes you think he's going to win anything with Jackson Dart? And the Titans, they're just a happy to be here team. We're here. We're going to get our teeth kicked in every week, but we're just here hey, we exist. We're here. Teacher, mark me present. I'm here, even though I'm about to leave. I'm here. That's what the Titans are. The Texans-Colts game could be interesting. But yeah, the Thursday night game, Atlanta-Packers, that's going to be my game that week, man. Just seeing how badly the Packers beat up on poor little bro Atlanta. But yeah, but other than that, can I also say one thing? Why does Atlanta always, no matter how bad they are every single year, why do they always get all the primetime games?
Who?
Atlanta.
They got a lot of primetime games this year?
Yes. Again.
I don't know. They must have pictures on somebody or something. I don't know.
Do y'all love watching them lose that? Don't get me wrong. I love watching them lose. But dang, I got to watch them lose every... last year they had, 6 primetime games, was it? And there's going to be and we're about to get to it because week 3 starts it. Week 3, Week 4, and Week 5. 3 straight weeks they have a primetime matchup. What about Atlanta? Like, they got Bijan. Okay, I'll give you Bijan. What else on Atlanta? It's like, that's primetime.
Oh, when they start out 0-3, we could say, good job, NFL, good job.
It's like, dang. But anyways, all right, Week 4. Thursday Night Football, Week 4 is Steelers at the Browns. Why? Okay, the Sunday slate. 8:30 in the morning, you got Colts against the Commanders in London. The 12 o'clock slate, you got Patriots at Bills, Jets at Bears, Jaguars at Bengals, Cardinals at Giants, Rams at Eagles, Packers at Buccaneers, Titans at Ravens, Cowboys at Texans. 3:05, you got the Dolphins at the Vikings. Then the 3:25 games are Chiefs at Raiders, Broncos at 49ers, Chargers at Seahawks, and then Sunday Night Football, for whatever reason, is Lions at the Panthers, and then Monday Night Football is Falcons at the Saints. So how do you feel about Week 4 slate?
Well, it starts off by the Steelers and the Browns, which is, I don't mind that matchup. Gives me something to laugh at on a Thursday evening, so that's good, because you don't know what the Browns are going to throw out there at quarterback, and the Steelers, they have an 80-year-old quarterback, so that's going to be, interesting to look at. And I'm so glad the Saints are playing on Monday night this week because, when I get home from church, at the 12 o'clock game, I'm going to go ahead and put on the Cardinals and Giants because, I'm going to take a nap at 12 o'clock on this week. I don't have to watch the Saints play at 12 o'clock on any day, so I'm going to come home, put that on TV, take a nap, and go on about my day.
Yeah, the Cardinals Giants. Obviously they had to play, and obviously this game was definitely gonna be at 12 o'clock. They might literally both be top 3 draft picks this year. The Cardinals. I don't know what they're doing. Is it going to be Carson Beck? Is it going to be Jacoby Brissett? Gardner Minshew's now that I don't know what they're doing. The Cardinals, they are them and the Dolphins are like, give me Arch Manning, give me him. They're just fighting for Arch at this point. They're like, okay, we're going to trade everybody, cut everybody, we're going to sign nobody worth a damn, and we're going to be like, okay, yeah, number 1 pick, here we come. Yeah, the Jets-Bears game probably could have been more interesting if the Jets had kept Justin Fields because, Justin Fields going back to Chicago, but, that's out the window nowadays in Kansas City. Patriots-Bills could be interesting, but out of all the games, why on Sunday night are you putting Lions against the Panthers, which the Panthers could be a good team, but why is that Sunday night over Rams-Eagles? I feel like the Rams-Eagles game always gets disrespected because they did this last year too. They put that game at 12 o'clock, and I think the primetime game sucked that week. So it's like, Rams-Eagles, why is that not on primetime? That game is alone better than the Thursday night and the Sunday night combined. The Monday night, I'm obviously biased, man. Saints go kick Atlanta's tail, but damn. All right, Week 5. Thursday Night Football is the Buccaneers at the Cowboys. At Sunday at 8:30 in the morning, got Eagles going up against the Jaguars in London. The 12 o'clock slate, you got Texans at Titans, rest in peace. Bengals at Dolphins. Raiders at Patriots. Vikings at Saints. The first home game for the Saints, by the way, at 12 o'clock is going to be Week 5, by the way. Just, throwing that out there. Browns at Jets. Colts at Steelers. Giants at Commanders. The 3:05 game is Broncos at Chargers. 3:25 is Bears at Packers, Lions at Cardinals, and 49ers at Seahawks. And Sunday Night Football is the Baltimore Ravens at the Atlanta Falcons because the NFL loves putting them on primetime for whatever reason. And then Monday Night Football is Bills at Rams, and we have 2 teams on bye that week, which are the Kansas City Chiefs and Carolina Panthers. How do you feel about the Week 5 slate?
Let's start off with a pretty interesting game with the Bucs at the Cowboys. Bucs were interested because of the NFC South, and I think the Cowboys are going to be pretty good this year. Just a hunch. And then Kevin said hi.
Hi, Kevin.
Then Sunday, all the 12 o'clock games are trash. There's not one good matchup until you get down to the 3:05, and then it's good for the rest of the day. until you get to the Sunday night matchup where the Ravens is going to go to Atlanta and win by 40 points. And Monday night game could be a preview of, Super Bowl, maybe. I
Maybe. I don't know. But yeah, I think the only 12 o'clock game that I might be a little bit interested in is obviously Saints. But I think the Colts Steelers game, I could see that being a decent game if Daniel Jones is good. But if he's not good, then that game's going to be trash. All right, week 6. Thursday night football for week number 6. Seahawks at the Broncos, which in my opinion is a Super Bowl preview. But I already revealed it. But now wait until in 2 months from now where we give our predictions and you'll see. But yeah, Seahawks Broncos Thursday night football. The Sunday games, let's see, 8:30 in the morning. Texans going up against the Jaguars in London. At 12 o'clock, you got the Chicago Bears at the Falcons, Ravens at Browns, Titans at Colts, Jets at Patriots, Saints at Giants, Panthers at Eagles, Steelers at Buccaneers, 3:05 Cardinals at Rams, 3:25 Chargers at Chiefs, and Bills at Raiders. And then Sunday night football, you got Cowboys at Packers. And then Monday night football, you got Commanders at 49ers. And then we have 4 teams on bye that week, being the Bengals, Lions, Dolphins, and Vikings. So how do you feel about the week 6 slate?
Well, it starts off with a good game, Seahawks at Broncos. So I'm be interested in that, that's for sure. And then you look at kind of like the week before, like a lot of the games early in the day is trash, or not too interesting until you get down toward the end. Then you have a couple good games here. The Packers and Cowboys, that's always a classic. And Chiefs and Chargers, again, how's Patrick Mahomes' ACL feeling? But other than that, nothing really to talk about this week.
I mean, hey, you remember last time Cowboys played Packers on Monday night, right? Sunday night, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, both teams put up 40 on each other, and they decided to tie. Micah Parsons, hopefully he's playing that game. All right, week 7. Thursday night football, we got Patriots at Bears. That game's either going to be really good or it's going to be really bad. I can't tell. The Sunday slate, 8:30 in the morning. For the first time ever, the NFL is going to Paris, and the Saints are going to be there. Steelers versus Saints. And by the way, you remember last year when Aaron Rodgers was trying to make his decision and some fan asked him, hey, would you ever come down to New Orleans? And he said no.
Yeah.
Well, guess what? He don't got to come down to New Orleans, but he's still getting his tail kicked by the Saints, though. He ain't got to come down to New Orleans for it, though. But yeah, so it's a win-win for everybody. You don't got to come to Louisiana, and we still kick your tail. All right, now the 12 o'clock slate. 49ers at the Falcons. This is more like it, putting Atlanta where they should be. Browns at Titans. Colts at Vikings. Dolphins at Jets. Buccaneers at Panthers. Bengals at Ravens. Why is that on prime time? I don't know. Giants at Texans. Broncos at Cardinals. Or no, that's the 3:05 game. So the 3:05 games, Broncos at Cardinals. And 3:25, you got Packers at Lions. Rams at Raiders. Sunday night football is Chiefs at Seahawks. Monday night football, Cowboys at Eagles. Good evening, Jerry. How you doing, my brother? How do you feel about the week 7 slate?
A little stronger than the week before, but not all that stronger. But yeah, you're right. The Falcons, at least they're not in prime time this week. So we do have a couple good games in prime time. So that's good.
Right. The Chiefs Seahawks, that's again, I think by week 7 Mahomes should be able to go, but we'll see. Hopefully, as long as no injury setbacks happen. Week 8, Thursday night football. You got Panthers at the Packers. Then Sunday, 12 o'clock, Ravens at Bills, Titans at Bengals, Cardinals at Cowboys, Vikings at Lions, Raiders at Jets, Browns at the Steelers, Falcons at Buccaneers, Colts at Jaguars. At 3:05, Chargers at the Rams. 3:25, Chiefs at Broncos, Patriots at Dolphins. Sunday Night Football, you got Eagles at Commanders, and then Monday Night Football, Bears at Seahawks, with 4 teams on bye: the Saints, Giants, 49ers, and Texans. How do you feel about the Week 8 slate?
Let's see. Starts off with an interesting Thursday night game because we're interested in the NFC South. But other than that, that's not that interesting. Let me stop lying. Ravens and Bills, that could have been on prime time. Could have replaced bit my tongue. Could have replaced the Eagles Commanders. I mean, they really think the Commanders supposed to be good this year, I guess, because was this the second or third primetime game so far? So yeah, I would have switched that. But other than that, it's just another little mediocre week.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, the Ravens at Bills, that's the best game of this week by far. I mean, the Panthers Packers. I mean, Eagles Commanders. No, I'm not a big fan of that. Bears Seahawks. That game could be interesting, but I'm just like, I mean, the Ravens. Last time the Ravens played the Bills, they also both put up 40 on each other. So it's like, I mean, plus, you know, they're kind of rivals, you know. Like, so yeah. All right, Week 9. Thursday Night Football, you got Jaguars at Ravens, and Sunday, Atlanta technically gets another primetime game in this situation because Sunday at 8:30 in the morning, Bengals are playing the Falcons over the pond in London, in Madrid, aka Spain. Sunday, the 12 o'clock slate, you got Cowboys at Colts, Jets at Chiefs, Lions at Dolphins, Browns at Saints, Giants at Eagles, Rams at Commanders, Broncos at Panthers, 3:05, Texans at Chargers, Raiders at 49ers, 3:25, Packers at Patriots, Cardinals at the Seahawks, and then Sunday Night Football, you got Buccaneers at the Bears, and Monday Night Football, Bills at the Vikings, having 2 teams on bye, being the Titans and Steelers. How do you feel about the Week 9 slate?
I definitely can't wait to get up early that Sunday morning and watch Joe Burrow. Hopefully he's playing. Hopefully he's healthy against the Falcons and just do what Joe Burrow does. Put up 40 some odd points, and hopefully their defense this year won't be giving up 40 some odd points a game, and we can put these Falcons to bed early Sunday morning so we can get on with our day. And other than that, what else I'm looking forward to? I think the Texans and Chargers could be a decent game. 3:05 start. So that'll be a good game.
Yeah, man. Week 9, I mean, this is really where stuff hits the fan. You should know who's good and who's not by this point. Jaguars Ravens, I do like that game being on Thursday. 12 o'clock games, you know, I mean, are low key, you know, they're not really too intriguing. Texans Chargers, that game I think should be fun. Packers Patriots, that game's either gonna be really good or really bad. Buccaneers Bears, I probably would have replaced that with Texans Chargers if I personally, but you know, Bills Vikings, that's another thing. Like the Vikings, I could see a world where Minnesota's good, but am I banking on it? Heck no. But yeah, Week 10. Thursday Night Football, you got Commanders at Giants. And then Sunday at 8:30 in the morning, you got Patriots and Lions going over to Germany. And then Sunday at the 12 o'clock slate, you got the Chiefs at Falcons, Texans at Browns, Vikings at Packers, Jaguars at Titans, Dolphins at Colts, Panthers at Saints, Bills at the Jets, 3:05, Seahawks at Raiders, Rams at Cardinals, 3:25, 49ers at Cowboys. Sunday Night Football, you got Steelers at Bengals, and then Monday Night Football, Chargers at Ravens, and you have 4 teams on bye, being the Bears, Broncos, Eagles, and Buccaneers. How do you feel about the Week 10 slate?
Week 10, another week. There's a lot of one-sided games I see. In fact, the Sunday night game, I don't know why 49ers and Cowboys are not playing Sunday night instead of the Steelers and Bengals, but maybe they think the Steelers and Bengals will be better. Well, I think the Bengals will be good. I think the Steelers are going to be another 9-win season. They get through it. But I'd rather see the 49ers and Cowboys play Sunday night.
Same. Like, I don't have a problem with Steelers Bengals, but we'll see how things go. Chargers Ravens, I do think is interesting for Monday night. But yeah, I would rather see 49ers Cowboys though. Week 11. Thursday night football, you got Colts at Texans. And Sunday at 12 o'clock, the 12 o'clock slate, you got Dolphins at Bills, Saints at Bears, Titans at Cowboys, Buccaneers at Lions, Cardinals at Chiefs, Jaguars at Giants, Ravens at Panthers, 3:05, Jets at Chargers, 3:25, Raiders at Broncos, Steelers at Eagles, Sunday night football, Vikings at 49ers, and Monday night football, Bengals at Commanders. And you have 6 teams on bye. The Falcons, Browns, Packers, Rams, Patriots, and Seahawks. So, how do you feel about the Week 11 slate?
The NFL must be doing this on purpose. I mean, they must have all the great matchups for the last few weeks of the season, because there's a lot. If you go down this list, it's not very hard to pick which team you think is going to win. I mean, Dolphins, Bills. Lions, Buccaneers. Lions. The Buccaneers trash. Cowboys and Titans. Cowboys. I mean, so you get to the primetime games. Yeah, it is the Commanders again because they think they're going to be good, I guess. So, yeah, I guess. And then you have the Vikings, 49ers on Sunday night, which I don't know about you, but I don't think the Vikings are going to be very good. So, I don't know. I'm hoping as we go further that we're going to see some, better matchups, as we get deeper in the season. But we'll see.
Good news about the NFL, games could be flexed. So
games could be flexed, and teams that we think might not be good may be good. So there's always that.
Yeah, that's why, when the schedule came out and it turned out the Saints only had 2 primetime games counting the Steelers, I was like, I could see us still getting 3 or 4, because the NFL, they could flex us if we are that good. All right, now Week 12, which is Thanksgiving week. For the first time in NFL history, we have a game on Thanksgiving Eve, as we got the Packers at Rams. And then Thursday, Thanksgiving Thursday, you got Bears at Lions, Eagles at Cowboys, and Chiefs at the Bills. And then Black Friday at 2 p.m., you got Broncos at the Steelers. And then Sunday, the 12 o'clock slate, you got the Saints at Bengals, Raiders at Browns, Giants at the Colts, Jets at Dolphins, Falcons at Vikings, Ravens at Texans. 3:05, you got Titans at Jaguars. 3:25, Commanders at Cardinals, Seahawks at 49ers. Sunday night football is Patriots at Chargers. And then Monday night football is Panthers at the Buccaneers. So how do you feel about the Week 12 slate?
All right, I can see what they're doing here. They waited, to Thanksgiving to give us some good matchups. I mean, I do like the Wednesday game, the Thursday games. I mean, I think the Bears are going to be kind of good. The Eagles and Cowboys, I think, going to be good. And of course, the Chiefs and the Bills going to be good. So no problem with all that. Those are some good matchups. So while we're eating our turkey, we will be watching some good football. The rest of the slate, pretty good. I mean, Ravens and Texans, that'll be a good game. Raiders and Browns, if you want a little snooze fest after you finish eating all your turkey, check that one out. But yeah, so that's my take on this week.
Right. Yeah, I think I definitely like this week. I mean, Yeah. Chiefs Bills. That game's gonna be. That's probably the best Thanksgiving night game we've gotten in like years. So we'll see how things go with that. Week 13. Thursday night football. We got Chiefs at the Rams for week 13. And Sunday, the 12 o'clock slate, we got Lions at Falcons, Jaguars at Bears, Bengals at Browns, Commanders at Titans, Packers at Saints, 49ers at Giants, Chargers at Buccaneers, 305, Dolphins at Broncos, Eagles at Cardinals, 325, Panthers at Vikings, Bills at Patriots, Sunday night football, Texans at Steelers, Monday night football, Cowboys at Seahawks, and then the four teams with a bye, the Colts, Raiders, Jets, and Ravens. So how do you feel about the Week 13 slates?
All right, so we're into December now. So you know what that means? That means we get some cold weather games. You might not like it, but I like some cold weather games. I like to see a little white on the field, and I think we're going to start seeing that this coming week, December 2nd through the 8th. So, I mean, looking at one of these games, the Bengals travel to Cleveland. We could see some white on the ground for that one. And, seeing Shador saying the slip and slide in the snow could be pretty interesting. Another one, Jaguars and Bears. Could have a little snow, could have a little wind. Muddy it up. I like to see some muddied up football.
Yeah, I don't hate snow games, but I don't want the snow to interfere with the games. Okay, so keep it at a minimum level. Okay, that's just all I ask. Mother Nature, can I just have that? Because that AFC Championship game last year was bonkers. They could barely even play the game.
Yeah, that was a little extreme, especially having a backup quarterback in there. Yeah, so okay, I'll give you that one. You can take that one away, but anything close to that, I'm all right with.
Yeah, so like if you're gonna put some snow on the field, at least don't have it interfere with the game. Like at least can I see what's going on? All right, so it's like I don't want a team losing by 3 points with a minute left and they're basically handed like a loss because they got to run the ball the entire drive because they can't throw the ball more than 5 feet. But so yeah, just none of that. But I mean, if it's just some powder snow on the field, that's fine, I guess. All right, week 14, Thursday night football. We got the Vikings at the Patriots. Sunday at 12 o'clock slate, you got the Falcons at Browns, Titans at Lions, Bears at Dolphins, Broncos at Jets, Colts at the Eagles, Texans at Commanders, Saints at Panthers, Buccaneers at Ravens. The 305, you got Chargers at Raiders, 325, Chiefs at Bengals, Rams at 49ers, Giants at Seahawks, Sunday night football, Bills at Packers, Monday night football, Steelers at Jaguars, and the two teams on bye are the Cowboys and Cardinals. How do you feel about the Week 14 slate?
I feel like it's heating up. We're starting to get some good matchups now. And the matchup I'm going to be looking for is, they could have put this on prime time, but it's 2 strong games on prime time. So, I give it that. Chiefs and Bengals. That's always a classic. Hopefully Mahomes is in this one feeling good, and Joe Burrow's in this one feeling good, and give us one of those classic gunslinger matchups. That's what I'm looking for, Sheep.
Yeah, I definitely would have had Chiefs Bengals in over Steelers Jaguars. I just don't think Steelers, I don't think they're that good. But I mean, overall, I think I don't hate these games. Giants Seahawks, could be interesting depending on who you are. Rams 49ers, that game's going to be a great game. I already know that. NFC West rivalry in Santa Clara. I mean, you don't get much better than that. And honestly, I could even see the Chargers Raiders game being kind of good. It being the California rivalry. Well, not California rivalry, the AFC West rivalry. I don't know why it's in California, but yeah. So that's week 14 for you. Week 15, but also the Thursday night game is gross. Okay, now week 15, Thursday night football. You got 49ers at the Chargers, Saturday football, this is where Saturday games start happening. Saturday football at 4 o'clock, you got Seahawks at Eagles. And then Saturday night football, you got Bears at Bills. Then the Sunday slate at 12 o'clock, you got Dolphins at Packers, Colts at Titans, Browns at Giants, Ravens at Steelers, Saints at Buccaneers, Falcons at Commanders, Bengals at Panthers, Jaguars at the Texans. 3:05 Jets at Cardinals, 3:25 Broncos at Raiders, Cowboys at Rams, and Sunday Night Football, Lions at Vikings, and Monday Night Football, Patriots at Chiefs. How do you feel about the Week 15 matchups?
Looks like Week 15 looks like the better games on Saturday. They got some, 2 good games on Saturday, and Sunday. They got some, a couple pretty good ones. I mean, interesting. The Bengals and the Panthers. We got some interest at that. And what else? Cowboys and Rams. That could be big. Cowboys probably gonna need that one. So that's what I'm looking at, and let's see what these primetime games look like. Patriots and Chiefs. I mean, I don't know with the whole Mike Vrabel situation if he's even gonna still be there for the Patriots, or if they have an interim coach going on. I don't know.
I mean, one thing about Mike Vrabel that you have to give him, he's a loyal man. Like, he is very loyal.
To what?
He's just a loyal man, man. I've never seen him cheat on anything, especially, people. He never really cheats on anything. I can't even say it with a straight face. Like, what are you doing, man? Like, you're married and you have children, man. What are you doing? And this ain't even the first time he did this. Like, dang, man. Whatever. It's not my life. I could care less. But yeah, 49ers Chargers. Interesting. I'll say that. Seahawks Eagles should be fun. Bears Bills should be fun. Yeah, Ravens Steelers. I would have loved to see on primetime over like Lions Vikings, because I mean, Ravens Steelers. Those games are always good. Like, even if one of the teams is trash, those games are always good. Week 16, Thursday Night Football, which is actually on Christmas Eve. You got the Texans at the Eagles. And then Friday, Christmas Day, you got Packers at the Bears, Bills at the Broncos, and Rams at Seahawks. And Sunday, okay, so it looks like they got a lot of flex games for Sunday. As the flex games are Buccaneers at Falcons, Bengals at Colts, Commanders at Vikings, and Panthers at Steelers. And the games that are for show at 12 o'clock, which I guess they could also be flex too. But yeah, it's Chargers at Dolphins, Cardinals at Saints, Patriots at Jets, Browns at Ravens. And then 3:05, Titans at Raiders, 3:25 is 49ers at Chiefs. Sunday Night Football, Jaguars at Cowboys, and Monday Night Football, Giants at the Lions. How do you feel about the week? What week are we on? Week 16 slate.
They need to start flexing these Monday night games, because there's like 5 or 6 games I could see being better than this, Giants-Lions game. I mean, you do have some great earlier matchups on this week. We had, Panthers, Steelers, Bengals, Colts, Commanders, Vikings. I can see all that over what we have there for Monday night. But that's just me. Let's start flexing Monday night games. What do you think?
Yeah, man, I just think, I mean, this is one of those situations where it's like, as the Giants-Lions game, I could see being a good game, but you're taking a big gamble with it being on Monday night. 49ers Chiefs, that's prime time for you. I don't know why that's not prime time, but it's whatever. The Christmas games, are interesting. I like all the Christmas games. And even the Christmas Eve game. All right, week 17. Thursday Night Football on New Year's Eve. You got the Ravens at the Bengals. Sunday, the flex game. are Broncos at Patriots, Chiefs at Chargers, Rams at Buccaneers, Commanders at Jaguars. And then the 12 o'clock slate, you got the Saints at Falcons, Colts at Browns, Giants at Cowboys, Steelers at Titans, Bills at the Dolphins, Vikings at Jets, Seahawks at Panthers, and then 3:05 you got Raiders at Cardinals, 3:25 Lions at Bears, and then Sunday Night Football is Eagles at 49ers, and Monday Night Football is Texans at Packers. How do you feel about the Week 17 slate?
I see a lot of matchups that could be, playoffs, division championships hanging in the balance. You look at that Lions-Bears matchup. You look at that Eagles-49ers matchup. I mean, those are some good games, I think, going to determine seeding in the playoffs. And prime time, you got Texans and Packers. That's another one that could, for the AFC and NFC, determine some seeding issues going on. So it's a strong week there.
Yeah, man. I mean, Ravens Bengals. That game's going to be fun. I really like the Rams Bucks. I really love the Saints. Kicking Atlanta's ass. That's going to be fun. Yeah. Let's see what else is there. Seahawks Panthers. That's that game could be interesting. Lions Bears should be fun. Eagles 49ers is a perfect primetime game. Texans Packers. I'm not gonna say that's the perfect primetime game, but Texans Packers could be nice too. And then the final week, Week 18. Week 18. So now if y'all know, which y'all should, Week 18 is all Sunday games, and they're all gonna be flex games. So you got Jets at Bills, Browns at Bengals, and they're all also gonna be divisional games. Chargers at Broncos, Lions at Packers, Jaguars at Colts, Raiders at Chiefs, Seahawks at Rams, Bears at Vikings, Dolphins at Patriots, Buccaneers at Saints, Eagles at Giants, 49ers at Cardinals, Cowboys at Commanders, Falcons at Panthers, Steelers at Ravens, Titans at Texans. And now some of these games could be on Saturday as well, but most of them are going to be on Sunday. So how do you feel about the Week 18 games? Like, do you think any of those games could be like for the division or for like playoff spots or anything?
I mean, the Saints, Buccaneers, Panthers at Falcons. I mean, those two games right there is probably going to determine, the NFC South. And us, we're all about the Saints beating those Bucks. I mean that, and depending on how it lines up, we would love for the Panthers to beat the Falcons. But if we have to have the Falcons beat the Panthers to benefit us, might have to be a Falcon fan that week. Might.
I mean, hey, the Falcon fans, they were Saints fans 2 years ago in Week 18. And they lost anyway because they're trash, but yeah. And the Buccaneers, hey, they were Saints fans last year in Week 18. So, I mean, hopefully we don't get so bad that we're in that predicament. But you know what? It's fine. Yeah, I mean, I think Chargers Broncos could be for like a top seed. Lions Packers could be for the division. Let's see, Seahawks Rams, that could be for like the number 1 seed. Let's see what else. Bucks Saints, like we talked about. Atlanta Carolina, Steelers Ravens, that could be maybe for the North, depending on how things go. So yeah. So Dad, do you have anything else to say?
Nope, we're good.
All right, well, I got one more thing to say. How do you feel about the Pelicans hiring Jamal Mosley to be their new head coach?
I don't know how. I'm excited about that. Let me study this a little bit, and we'll probably talk about this next week. But I don't know. All I know is he came from Orlando, and when's the last time you thought Orlando was going to do something in the playoffs? They'd have a pretty good year, but it didn't just flame out in the playoffs. I don't know. I'm going to have to look into it.
I mean, hey, the Magic. I mean, hey, they were a guy that like if one of their guys did not get injured, they would have beaten the Pistons because like they had Wagner, right, but then he got hurt and then he missed the rest of the series and they were up 3-1. So hey, I mean Mosley, he knows how. I mean, hey, I think Jamal Mosley was like the Magic scapegoat. Like they just had to fire somebody after blowing a 3-1 lead, I guess. But yeah. Anyways, shout out to Kevin Porsche and shout out to Jerry for popping into the chat. Dad, where can they find you?
Mic'd Up YouTube channel and on Hurricane Mike Show every week.
You can always find me at Hurricane Mike, Kyle Phelps, and Come On In Sports Network. Don't forget to like, subscribe, share, turn the bell on so you don't miss a future upload. And Dad, we're gonna leave them as always with a who dat, and don't be a what?
Don't be a Falcons fan. Don't be confused. Y'all are not prime time.
Exactly. I don't even want to be prime time.